Introduction. The story of Forrest Gump is aimed to narrate a story of a man and his journey all through the way of life. During the story, he meets significant historical personalities, impacts pop culture, and experiences notable historical events of the century. This story reveals the fact that anyone can achieve success regardless of the original position in society. Strong desire and devotion to a business define the further destiny. Analysis. Apparently, Gump seems not to realize everything that happens around him. The watcher has the feeling that he knows enough, but the rest are just redundant details. Forrest's behavior is unique and is not subjected to common logic, but his considerations of life cannot be regarded as meaningless. Thus, over Jenny's grave, Forrest considers whether life is regulated by a predefined destiny, as his commanding officer in Vietnam forcefully suggests, or whether it is a sequence of meaningless events, while his mother suggests on her deathbed that maybe it is both, maybe both happening at the same time. The feather at the end of the movie is claimed to symbolize this consideration. It floats arbitrarily in the gentle wind but will finally, unavoidably, fly back. It has been stated that while Forrest leads a very traditional way of life, Jenny's life is filled with countercultural events, total with drug addiction and pacifist tours, and that their ultimate marriage might be a matter of ironic decision. Other observers suggest that the film predicted the 1994 Republican Revolution and applied the image of Forrest Gump to endorse traditional values attributed to Gump's nature. Gump stands close to many famous individuals over the second half of the century, such as Elvis Presley or Nixon. The account of how Gump is accountable for the twists that are so typical of Presley is very telling of the reasons for this film. Gump is compared with most famous males, who are the stars or heroes for the current community, and it emerges as though he is better off in contrast. Gump's selections in life appear to define his amiability. He lives to Vietnam, fulfilled his promises, a promise is a promise, and is not gluttonous with glory or finances, and achievements. Comparing this to the choices his friend Jenny makes, she wishes to be renowned and wealthy but ends up as a drug addict. The people she is surrounded by are all of a doubtful origin. A sexually offensive father, shows spectators interested in her nakedness but not in her music playing, and an insulting hippie boyfriend. Gump is a new type of a role replica. He's a nice boy, and everybody knows that this type of person is rather rare. As one reviewer stated, today the last American hero is a Tom Hanks character with a small IQ. Forrest Gump is the runaway hit movie of that season. Most people assert it makes them recollect their inner child. Some critics assault it for the regard that low IQ is an inevitable requirement for keeping the childlike approach Gump has. Gump is not aimed to grow up or mature throughout the movie. He never turns to be a man and stays an eternal boy. It is entailed, finally, that his foolishness is what permits him to do this. This may be regarded as the truth, and may be regarded as a lie, but actually it is just a movie, and everyone is free to make any conclusions. Most people in his situation would never be so lucky as Forrest. In figurative terms, Forrest is the legendary, clean-cut symbol of the 50s rising unharmed from the disorderliness that came after. Tom Hanks fastens the movie with his all-American attraction, yet in distinction with being there Rain Man with Hanks starring, Forrest Gump never affords himself to find twinkly profundities within his simpleton individuality. Forrest is less a personality than a sample to follow, and Zemeckis, frantic to touch the spectator's soul, finishes by including every moment possible to call tears death, marriage, the joy of fatherhood, AIDS, another death into the concluding 20 minutes. It's a barefaced display, though not much more deceitful than the rest of the film, which reduces the uproar of the last few decades to a virtual reality theme park, a baby boomer account of Disney's America. Conclusion. The fact is that everyone creates one's happiness with his or her own hands. Forrest clearly explains this consideration, as he experiences the glory of being a champion, immense business success. He survived in Vietnam, a place that created thousands of widows and orphans, and everything he achieves is got with an incredible simplicity. Anyway, the movie shows that. But Forrest is not interested in glory and wealth. He just wishes to live, realize the essence of life and love. StudyCorgi.com has everything you need for successful studies. Writing tools, informative articles, and essay samples. Come check it out.